Ife Ndifemudzi. IFENDIFEMUDZI. It means we are a village.
My name is Mario Stanley. I am a climbing coach, climbing guide. I've done route setting, and I have dabbled probably in almost every aspect of the climbing community for the last 20 plus years.
Let's do this.
My name is Genevive Walker. I'm a climber, athlete, and rock climbing guide. Been climbing for about 10 years. And what we were trying to do here with GCI and Climb Malawi was to prep everybody to become mentors in their own community, and through that, being able to teach and lead others, pretty much the next generation of climbers in Malawi.
Oh, he's filming too.
Is it Inception?
Welcome to the warm heart of Africa. Yeah, Mario.
From a warm town.
Genevieve.
Yeah.
Really good to see you.
How are you?
Scott.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, really good to meet you.
Oh, yay. This is awesome.
My name is Eddie Shane. My home is Lilongwe in Malawi, the warm heart of Africa. A nice and wonderful country known for its warmth and for its kindness. That is our treasure.
Climbing in Malawi goes back more than 40 years. It is amazing to me, and it really bothered me that there is over 40 years of climbing history in Malawi that is almost entirely exclusive of Malawians. They're not present in that climbing history in their own country. And so we set out to certainly change that. GCI works by partnering with communities to provide resources, and that can be information, knowledge, advising, grants, or in the case of this project, training in Malawi to provide the communities with the tools that they need to achieve their own vision.
I started climbing in 2018. No one here knew anything about it, and I thought that is the next thing that I have to do.
My role with Global Climbing Initiative is twofold. I serve as an impact consultant, and I also serve as the Africa Regional Coordinator. So in these two capacities, my role is to work with the community in a way that helps them achieve their visions that they have for their own communities.
I would love to see Climb Malawi being led by local climbers who have the passion. It has to be led by people who are living here. I think we have had enough exposure now. We would like to take ownership of our dreams, and that means we have to be at the forefront.
How you feeling?
Whew. I'm feeling good.
Altitude.
In a sea of tiredness
Yep.
and heat, but it feels good. I mean, look at this. That's so beautiful.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Emmanuel Ichegere. I love rock climbing because it makes me feel special and unique. I get to meet everybody that we connect when we camp, when we climb. We develop this relationship with people. We trust each other when we're belaying each other. It's a very special sport for me. That's why I love it.
And then Shalom, she was the one who was encouraging me, like, oh, you need to be brave. The thing that I love about rock climbing is rocks are nice and it's fun when you are climbing rocks. The thing that I love about this community is the people are friendly. They love each other. This climbing community is family to me.
Yeah, the sport became interesting because of the environment that was there. Like everyone was just so friendly and so welcoming. So
my name is Clive Luanja. I am 23 years old. I love rock climbing because it connects me to a lot of people. It's like family.
Where is Clive? At the climb center.
My name is Shalom Maholo. I love climbing because of the places that climbing takes me. I love the climbing community because of its connection, love, and caring for each other.
I'm really excited that you guys are here, and yeah, if you need any help and anything, we are right here to do that.
I started rock climbing in 2019. Emmanuel was regularly there, and then Clive was like, you should check this place out. Emmanuel was always there. It was fun at first, and then he was like, you should come the next day, and then we kept on coming the entire week, and then it just became home.
Good job.
Thanks, man. But then ever since I started climbing, like, everything changed. You know, I found the sport, you know. I found that thing I want to be doing for the rest of my life.
This experience so far has been phenomenal. It's been great being able to connect and meet everybody that's been a part of this program. Everybody has been so excited to learn. I feel like they're all these like little sponges that just want to absorb as much information as possible.
Thanks for just like hanging out and climbing today and letting us kind of like get to know you a little more.
Yeah, we can go eat.
Let's go eat. I'm hungry.
Food City.
Along with mentorship, Genevieve and I were tasked with trying to figure out how to establish an accessible route on Mount Mulanje.
I am so excited. We have, Genevieve, we have 122 bolts and anchors combined. We're gonna send tomorrow. Oh my God, we're gonna send tomorrow. Oh, I don't care what we're doing. Even if we don't send, we're rock climbing. The most amount of shit talking is gonna come from you.
I don't think so.
We'll see. We'll see.
The Mulanje Massif stands at 1,700 meters at its peak. This thing is huge. El Cap is 914 meters. With the help of our guides, Jeffrey, George, and Witness, we set out to explore the west face of Chambé in search of new routes.
Ultimately, where we were originally planning is too hard. We can tell that from here. So do we divert and cut over and go to that slab open face? Because that will obviously probably have something.
Straight up bushwhacking. How does it feel?
I mean, great, I'm behind you and you're
That's fair
literally
enough.
paving the way, so.
Do you feel more connected? I feel connected. So we'll make sure we have everything. We get trad gear, check. Draws, alpine draws, slings, things to build an anchor. ATC, check. Tib lock, drill, ascender with aid ladder, check. Bolts, good thing. That would be a short ride. RBs, removables, check.
Genevieve? Genevieve, check.
Jeffrey, can you free my rope? Is my rope stuck?
What's wrong?
It's not feel good.
if there's like any kind of like, I'm not feeling well, I'm gonna chug through, I'm gonna do it, and we were just bolting for ourselves, then that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. But if you're like, I legitimately don't feel well, and my energy level is not high, then it's probably best for us not to be here. We're not here bolting for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think, and honestly,
that's like the whole mission of this trip.
yeah, and honestly, this gets back to like what you were even talking about at the very beginning, like athlete colonialism or like corporate colonialism. Like if we bolt this and it's not acceptable and we do that, then we're no better than everybody else. We've decided to abandon our efforts due to the simple fact of the matter that the climb just does not meet the grade. The goal is to be here and make things accessible for other people. It's simply too hard. And if we're trying to make things that are accessible for a community, and we talk about making things that are accessible for the community, if we bolt this, knowing that maybe only majority foreigners and maybe there's one person in this entire country who can climb it that we've met of or that we at least think of in our sphere, then we're no better than anybody else who just goes to another country and says that they're going to do something for the community and bolts and just puts up what they want and then, you know, makes a glorified 5'10" and just, or something else. So at the end of the day, it's not accessible, it doesn't meet the mission, and I would rather gracefully and humbly bow my head and say no and just find something else. So that's what's happening. So another day. Another day. You do this. It's so easy. If I'm trying not to use this.
Our needs to growing rock climbing in Africa. One great component is the development of climbing centers. Climbing centers will provide an easily accessible hub where we can introduce more young people to rock climbing, but also it adds on to that by giving an opportunity to introduce rock climbing that would happen at the crag by having them learn at ground schools in these institutions skills that they need to thrive outdoors.
I cannot tell you the actual date, but I can tell you the very first moment when I remember another Black person walking into the climbing gym. I was behind the front desk, I was doing some morning routine, and I looked up and I was like, oh, another person. And then I startled. I was so startled, I was stunned. A big deal for me coming here was I wanted to come to a place where that was virtually impossible because everyone here looks like me. I see a lot of my own life in their lives, and just knowing that every single person was Black, and I know it might sound really silly, but I have just never, ever been in a place that looks like that.
You know, Mario and I have been climbing for many, many years. To have us go through that whole progression and then now take all of this and go to, of all places, Africa, it's awesome to see people of color mentoring other people of color and be able to like use those skills and then teach pretty much the next generation of climbers, I think is beautiful.
Boom.
Makhala kwa mavila. Ndindi dzaka 12 makhala mapuzira pakaondra. Mavili namba la chisanu. Kukwela kudza nkupepa nkukwela nkutsira kudza kwelaso.
Komanso ukaona anthu mwina akubola paphiri paja akudana kupanga zinthu zosiyana zoti iweyo moyo mwako sunazionepo. Umaganiza chani kwenikweni ukamaona anthu amenewo?
Mafata dzabola nawo.
Nkumabola.
Kodi izizi mmabola bwanji kapena mmapanga bwanji mmapafuna ntaza kuphunzira unayamba wafunsa nga chifukwa ya
Basi. Timeza karari ganiza. Timeza karari ganiza.
I can use the ATC. You want to use the ATC instead? Yeah, he can use the Grigri? Okay. Do you have an auto block? Yes. Okay.
He was so nervous to rappel, but Shalom did a great job. He was laying down to her, and he was just a little terrified, but she worked with him. We talked about it, and we asked him if he wanted to bolt. And then right as I was like, okay, we're just gonna let him drill one bolt, come down, and everyone was like, no, let him keep going. And the fact of the matter that they gave up their opportunity to drill a little bit and made sure that he had an opportunity to drill 2 or 3 bolts, that meant the world to me, because that's literally the reason why we're here. We got to see what Genevieve and I want to happen in real time. And I cannot remember what he named the route in Chichewa, but he named it Fury, because he said that's what he felt furious, like the fury of like the drill and bolting and putting it into the wall.
I think we found some rock. It's this massive boulder that seems to have a lot of potential. This is the first time in our whole recon that I'm super psyched. It's hard if you're first getting into climbing and somebody throws you on a 510. I know for some, who climb a lot harder, think that 510 might be an accessible grade, but it's really not. And if it wasn't for us taking a step back from that first day, I don't think we would have found this more accessible crag. But we made it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thanks.
We really couldn't have done it without that.
Oh, absolutely not. Like, if in all reality, it's funny, we should have just listened to you from the beginning, because you basically showed us where we should have been the entire time. Note to self, just listen to Jeffrey. Jeez.
I only like rocks. I don't like hiking. How's that look over there? Is there room for me over there?
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is such a beautiful view. Are you excited?
I would call it good.
Whoa.
Lizards! Are you ready?
Here, you have this. Oh, this is Sparta. Go into here.
It's solid.
I built in my first route! Woo!
Tell me about the experience.
It was fun.
Nice.
Oh, Jeffrey!
What was the most memorable moment?
I think the most memorable moment for me was ripping the big rock off at the top. Any type of destruction. Demo day is my favorite day.
I think it was a successful day.
Yeah.
All the skills were taught.
5 anchors, 3 roots bolted.
Yeah, it's a lot of work in one day.
Genevieve, Scott, and myself were able to successfully complete a total of 3 routes in Mulanje, along with 5 anchors, 5 routes in Malundi, along with 3 anchors that will be used for future accessibility.
Today, I have been speaking with the young people of Climb Malawi, as well as the leaders of Climb Malawi, about the value of collective action in growing their community. And I'm excited with the ideas that they have been sharing.
What I love about rock climbing is that it's where I get to connect with different kinds of people, different races. We all are equal. It's where I get to express myself. I feel like everybody is my brother, my sister, even though we're not related. But when it comes to climbing, I feel like we are all the same.
Nice, good move.
I really want to see Climb Malawi grow and have more people coming in to climb with us, because it's really nice when you have someone from outside Malawi coming climbing with you.
I want to be a guide in Malawi. I want to be a climbing coach, and I am really excited about it. And then, like, you know, boating itself, I get to leave a mark on this world, you know? I take a lot of pictures and my friends complain, you know, why do you take so much pictures? And I'm like, if you take a picture, it is proof that you existed, you know? It's gonna live on for millions and millions of years. We're gonna die, you know? But then you leave something, you know? I get to boat. I get to give it my name. I can give it my name. You know, it can be like, somebody's climbing Moses Kalirani right now, you know? And then I left a mark. So I get to live on for years and years. I get to live a print, you know? So it's just so exciting for me.
And I think about Emmanuel, I think about the drive and the focus and the dedication that I saw in his progress from when we started to learn about bolting, with his drive to be a coach. When I think of Sele, I think of growth in rock climbing, being able to see her being exposed to so much knowledge. I see Clive, as they call him, a village elder, just being so clever in everything and bringing the people together, and how he really embraced everything that he learned in the climbing photography. Happy, so humble, yet so deep, being able in his own way to have this focus. He's so deliberate, I find, and how he has a desire to be in a climbing competition and how he's willing to take his time to learn what he needs. I think of Shalom. She's doing her stuff, she's very knowledgeable and yet so willing to learn. She's already exposed to so much and yet so humble in showing others how to do it. It does take a village in the sense of this particular project here with Mario and Genevieve and Scott and the Global Climbing Initiative would not have been as successful as it has been if we were working as individuals. It has taken each and every one of us giving a bit of themselves, a bit of what they know, and in that way the project, I would say, has been a resounding success.
Leaving here, I feel like we did our job. And I also feel like I can't wait to come back because we have so much more developing to do. And I'm really, really excited to be able to get folks in that community out climbing because there were so many people who expressed interest, you know, but they just don't have the means right now. And I'm really, really excited to be able to focus on that more in the future.
Which is these things in here.
I think the biggest reason why I came here is to mentor the next generation of climbers, but also to kind of find a better connection for myself and kind of get connected to a community that I think that I kind of already knew that I belonged to in a weird way before I ever even came here.
We're on the way to actually building a very strong team that will be able to fulfill our ambitions. And we hope that the skills and the capacity that we have imparted to the others, they will be able also to pass them on to the others when their time comes.
So it does take a village, and that is what climbing is about. Climbing is best enjoyed when we do it together.